What's good, Two Shoes? We right back with another one. Still round one, but game two of the Lakers versus Suns, the two seed versus seven seed in the West. Your host with the most, Darren, and I got my other host on the other side. Is Rob? Let him know you in the house, man.
Yo, it's Rob.
Once again, that's how he lets you know he's there. We're gonna get right into it because the Lakers got to make up for the last game. Let's get right into it, man. Shout out to the House of Highlights, of course. So going into this game, I think the big thing that Rob was saying was stop Devin Booker, right?
Stop Devin Booker at all costs.
Yeah, stop him at all costs.
Let's just get into it early. I like the way the Lakers came out. The Lakers came out way more aggressive, with way more energy. They came to play defense today, and that's what I like. It was a team defensive game, and it showed.
Yeah, definitely. They in general, everybody played defense, and everybody came off the. It was like everybody they brought off the bench just had an Energizer bunny. They THT, I think he came in and got a steal at the end of the first quarter or something like that. They just, I don't know if it was the rotations that the Frank Vogel put in or what, but the defense really stepped
Oh
up.
shit.
My biggest synopsis of the whole game was AD. AD showed up. Dennis Schroeder had a really good game. And there was one more thing about the Lakers I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond and Marcus Gasol actually played very good for their big man. They didn't play bad. They played their position well.
The Suns role players weren't as effective in the game. THC had a big game. Dennis Schroeder had a big game. Marcus
Yeah,
Gasol
Dennis Schroeder.
had a couple good shots.
Yeah,
Their role players just step up a little bit more.
definitely. It was definitely a good game though, because the Suns, you could say the role players didn't show up as much, but Aiton he still got his. Like, don't get me wrong, Anthony Davis had a crazy stat line, like 32, 9, and 7 and 3 blocks, I think it was. Yeah, and I don't know, but DeAndre Ayton still got his. I didn't see his numbers this morning, but yeah,
It was great though. If you
yeah,
notice, when AD gets the ball, he was just putting his shoulder down and getting to the basket.
he was playing more aggressive, that's for sure.
And Aiton couldn't do nothing with him
Yeah,
when he was playing that aggressive like that.
well, it could. I mean, Aiton had a good game too. Don't get me wrong. It's just they need Anthony Davis to win this series. I'm trying to tell. I think I tried to tell you this yesterday. Anthony Davis has to be best player in the series to win the series, only because LeBron's injury. But LeBron played pretty good last night too. I mean, it's pretty obvious LeBron, but
Schroeder kept getting to the rim at will too. That was
yeah,
nice to see. They were also getting a lot of turnovers. I love this as a
mhm,
turnover stat because they were playing really well in defense.
definitely. And then in the third quarter, that's where we are right now. That's where I think the Suns really understood, like, oh, let, let's give the ball to our playmakers. Let's give the ball to Devin Booker. Because that's where the intensity started coming from the starters a lot more. Yeah.
So this is gonna sound simple, but it's kind of like the same thing that the Lakers game plan was. The Suns are going to have to. The Suns game plan should be get the ball to Devin Booker and let Devin Booker open up everything else on your offense.
I mean, that's pretty much what it was in the third quarter, to be honest with you. Like, he went nuts. Like, the shot that we saw just a minute ago where it rolled in, that was like before. I think he went on a 7-0 run himself at one point in the third.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. And it was just like, bro, like, y'all can't stop this dude. If he gets to that spot, man, I don't know who can stop him. I'm really starting to get
If
worried.
you
But
notice, all the guards in the league when they get to that spot, floater.
that mid-range free throw shot, maybe a little. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Cameron Payne.
He
That's
balled
what I was
out.
gonna say. He, bro, every team has that Energizer Bunny. Cameron Payne was that for them last night. He was that. That boy was playing defense. He was diving after loose balls. And I was not the biggest Cameron Payne fan coming out of college. I'll be 100%. I didn't think he was gonna be that great. And just to see how he traveled around and he actually just developed, I love it, bro. I love it just because he's energy. He's just energy.
I think he's even more important than that from the standpoint of how big he was, how big he has to be, how big his role is. Since Chris Paul really didn't get to go in the game till like the fourth quarter, he took like a bunch of time off.
Yeah, he was out of the game for a good minute. For a second, they didn't think he was gonna come back. Yeah, and I think he stepped up there. He stepped up big for them in the sense just being energizing, just getting that team going, man.
Hit big shots too.
Yeah, he did, absolutely. So big props to him just developing this game and getting better, man. Big props.
Oh, we need to have a KCP discussion. LeBron had to talk to this nigga like, bro, you need to shoot the ball.
Yeah,
he was passing up
that.
open shots.
Yeah, I saw that. Like right before a commercial break.
Yeah,
LeBron was just in his face, but it was like a play before it or something that he was just kind of wide open, and he had I don't know if he had went into the paint or something, but I saw it and I was like, yeah, you had a wide open jump shot.
Yeah, he passed it up for I think. I'm pretty sure he just passed it up.
I'm not sure if he passed it up or he drove it in. I can't remember, but I know it was something like that.
I feel like it was something like he passed it up because there was somebody, he thought somebody was open in the corner, and they kept passing the ball around, and they had like a shot clock violation.
I like the way the House of Highlights did this at the end because it really does show LeBron and AD did take over this game at the end of it. They took it over.
That was a big play.
Yeah. That was the dagger. The dagger was LeBron hitting that three for real. But
here's the thing about the Lakers role players compared to like other teams' role players. When you look at THC, you look at Alex Caruso,
Kuzma.
and Kuzma. There's nothing that's special that kind of jumps off the page off any of those guys, but they all seem to be really good at the game of basketball. They're really good all-around players for role players.
For sure, definitely. Like they're not like one thing. Like they're not like, oh, you're just out here for defense. No, you can still get us a bucket, like type stuff. Like
you can still get us a bucket. You can play defense for us. You could do a little bit of everything. It's very interesting.
I think that has a lot to do with playing with LeBron, and a lot of that team is vets too, though, like veterans. For real. I think that's what it has to do with personally.
I think this is a good mixture though of like veterans and young guys, compared to like these other teams where it's usually all young guys or a bunch of vets.
Absolutely,
it's a good mixture.
Only that, man. I think what's really playing for the Lakers right now is their big man. The fact that you can throw Andre Drummond down there to get the boards to play alongside AD, so AD don't have to play center. But then you can also bring in somebody like Marc Gasol to space the whole floor and let LeBron penetrate and dish. It was working last night for like you saw, man. They got good role players and they come in. Some of them can come in and just move in and do something different and open up the whole floor, or play traditional basketball and just bigger than them. I don't know. It was a good win. It was a really good win for the Lakers last night. But at Phoenix, they're not just going away, man. They're not. I'm sorry, Devin Booker's nice, man.
Devin Booker's nice, but they stole home court and they're going back to LA for the next game.
Having the crowds really back is really great. It was great seeing the crowds last night. And I don't know, man. I think AD has to play like this all the time, though. At least this series, he's gonna have to play like this. You got to be the best player on the court, even better than Devin Booker.
Have to,
because Devin Booker can make some difficult shots, man.
All right.
And if Chris Paul don't come back healthy, we don't know what's going to happen.
Once again, y'all, thank you for checking out our video. We make sure you like and subscribe down below. My name is Robert. That's my co-host, Darren. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. IBA Films, inspired by Ambition. Please come check us out. All right, peace.
Peace.